G'day. So today I had this flashy machine dropped in and it all looks okay. Have a whole bunch of Chinese fans in there. I'm not sure what particular brand we have. This cooler is also not too familiar to me. And what's the issue with it? Well, it was brand new, customer dropped it in and they said it's artifacting. And as I'm looking at it, they said, it's also saying Windows, the drivers are out of date. Trying to play the new Marvels game and it says operating system is out of date, drivers are out of date. I mean, why are the drivers out of date? And I'm looking at it going, they said, we've also got an RX 590, which is there. I'm just taking off the side panel right now. We'll have a closer look. I don't know how much they spent on this, but I can already tell they have more than likely got an X-Mining Chinese remanufactured RX 590. Why can I tell that? How can I tell that? The paint. Look at this paint going on here. If my camera will focus. It's been resprayed. So that would have been an X-Mining card that's had the cooler taken off and they've repainted it because of the amount of rust that probably would have been on there. They've put a new I/O shield on the front here. But I look at it and we have RX 590, 8 gig. We have Ali iPhone 2024. We do have a new NVMe drive, the Kingston NV2, and we have a Gigabyte A320M S2H. No idea what processor is under here. I'm assuming it's going to be like a Ryzen 1600, maybe 3600 if they're lucky. Don't know how much they paid for it. I think they said around about $1,000, which for $1,000 it is going under the, it looks pretty, but it's probably not that great value. What do we have here? We have Ali iPhone written on there, I think. Maybe you guys can see what's going on there. What do we have? 8 gig of DDR4. 28. What's the megahertz going on there? That just seems very odd. Oh no, 2666. So, not exactly fast memory. And I haven't looked to see what power supply we've got there. Surely the most generic, cheapest thing possible. Do have a TP-Link Wi-Fi and a very bland board, but we already know it's a Gigabyte board, so at least that's something. I'm curious if this may have come from AliExpress, but I wouldn't expect a Kingston NV2 in there, so I'm very much curious. I'm going to take out the GPU and take a bit of a closer look. So taking it out, we have an XFX graphics card, and we have some very weird looking substance on the fans there. I'll give that a wipe. I would probably almost guess that that is probably paint. There's a carbon look to it. Or either paint or very sweating fans that are discoloring. I'm trying to spot if we can see any dirt. But looking at that cooler down there, they should not look like that. If you look at where the copper's meant to be, that runs up and around over to here, it's got a weird matte metallic look to it, which from my own experience with purchasing, it was basically AliExpress RX 5700 XTs, that they have the same kind of look. I'll just go grab one. And here we go. So this one is an ASRock Challenger Pro, and it looks fairly similar until we start looking a little bit closer. If you look there, start looking over here, you can see that it's been painted. Now, why would that need to be painted unless it's been in an air-conditioned area and the condition of it has been pretty bad? If you look down here, the colour of these pipes down here are very alike to the colour of these ones. If I get around to the end here, you can really see it. On this particular card, we can't quite get that close. But you can definitely see that this one has had better conditions in its life, or it's been a better condition in its life. So I suspect, being that this one is currently not even displaying on here, it was artifacting. It artifacted once when I just turned it on. I didn't even load a game. Got into Windows, had vertical lines going down it, and the customer said it's been having driver crashes and everything. So I'm gonna try a different GPU in here and see what it does. But right now, this guy, I would say, is completely buggered, even though it's apparently brand new from Aliphone 2024. Sure it is. That sticker is the same kind of sticker that I had on a few, can't remember, BioWare? No, not BioWare, Bioshock, Bio. I've had a mental blank on their name. But, well, actually, right here. Look at this kind of sticker. And compare it to the print that's on this sticker. If we can actually, nope, focus. There we go. The print looks almost the same kind of bulgy kind of print. So yeah, definitely a remanufactured graphics card. So I've put in a GT 710 2 gig model. A little bit of a POS, but I just need it to display an output. Which if we look up here, we are. We've got a Ryzen 5 5500, 16 gig of RAM in the A320 board. One other thing to note though, I'm pretty certain this is running off a ARGB controller or a fan hub that's powered, because these fans are all going at full speed. There is air going everywhere, but also it is loud as hell in here for a machine that's virtually doing nothing. Got no idea where this AliExpress RAM came from. Not too familiar with the cooler. I might do a bit of Googling on that, bust out Google Lens. But also I've been looking on Amazon, having a quick look on eBay now to see if I actually find who actually made this and where it came from. So no luck with finding what kind of cooler it is. It's coming up with a whole bunch, but not the exact one. I'm gonna almost bet it's probably this Gensbo one that I'm seeing. But right now, I'm not 100% sure. Well, actually, it probably makes sense to go off the fans over here, being the fans themselves have a very similar look. Let's try that. Nope. Let's go back to it. Zoom in over here. Give me some of this. What's going to happen now? And we're getting further than where we started. So, and we're way off. Bugger. So we're going to assume we're just a very Chinese brand, which makes me think either AliExpress this has come from, or possibly eBay. I'll digress. But right now, definitely a failed GPU. Fan speed's turned up to 100. Absolutely pointless. Yeah. Not great. Not a great start for this particular customer. And looking at the back of it, my suspicion is confirmed. We have this hub here. If I click on the link though, I just get old mate. Doesn't actually have a product here, it's just a page. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But overall, fairly disappointing. We do have a different back plate on this one, I'm assuming that came in the cooler. Sadly, overall, fairly disappointing build. So potentially for these people to get up and going again, they would need a new graphics card as a minimum. Whether or not they want to send it back to where they got it from, not sure where it was purchased from, but I highly doubt it was purchased locally. I do suspect it's an eBay or Amazon sale, maybe AliExpress, but overall, yeah, not great, not great.